Hey, everybody! It's the Clubhouse Wizard. What's going on? Hey, just stopping in and chopping it up with you about the latest Clubhouse Townhall that happened this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, Sunday, with the owners Paul Davidson and Rohan Seth. So I'm going to do this every week and update this as much as whenever they talk, I'm going to update it. So everybody out here on Clubhouse gets a chance to understand directly what's going on from the horse's mouth. If you want to submit a question to actually have the owners answer it, you can send an email to, if you go to the website, support.joinclubhouse.com. Again, that's support.joinclubhouse.com to send them an email and ask your question, and maybe they'll answer your question next Sunday. Also, again, the overall platform here at Clubhouse is to say, hey, they want to support creators of shows and clubs and rooms and have as many people that want to hear your message, hear your voice, find you. So they're very, very pro-creator. That's what Clubhouse is all about. It's about building a club and having your friends find you and coming in and conversing and hanging out just like we would if we had a tree house in our backyard when we were kids. Remember as well that Clubhouse is growing insanely, just all over the world. In fact, they were talking about all these different countries that are speaking and how excited they are to see countries from over in Asia and everything coming in. In fact, they even dropped a crazy nugget that at some point Paul was saying, how cool would it be to have an instant translator device where everybody would talk and then all of a sudden it would be instantly translated like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as well. So keep that in mind that that stuff's coming. So we also have here, these are the updates that have shipped this week that have already happened as of last Tuesday. The topics and people being suggested is already there. So they're going to continue to be able to suggest topics and suggest people to people. That's really what it's all about, these algorithms that they're looking for, is figuring out how can we get as many people to find the people that they want to find. And so that's what those suggestions are about. That's what those algorithms are always working on. Again, so for example, if you were interested in TikTok, they would want to find all the people that most people are interested in TikTok follow and present those people and those clubs to you. So that's how it works. So when you're hosting rooms or when you're participating as a speaker or a moderator, remember that's what the algorithm's looking for. What are the topics that you're talking about? How engaged are the people? How long are the rooms going on? And if the algorithm identifies you as someone who's bringing value that people find interesting about certain topics, then you're going to be remembered as someone that they should put in front of, someone who's looking for that topic that you were discussing. So that's what the algorithms are doing. Next up we had here, they're always looking for smarter ways and prompts for moderators. Right now, they're going to be putting a new, in the next update, that when you bring someone up, and in fact, that's already been updated, when you bring someone up as a moderator, it's going to say, hey, if you don't follow him, hey, are you sure you want to bring this guy up on stage because you don't follow him? Things like that, because we've all heard the stories of you bring a moderator up and he starts kicking people down or kicks people out of the room or closes the room and tries to steal all the Clubhouse algorithm juice. So just be mindful of the moderators that you are bringing up. So those things don't happen. Another thing to note is there's a one-strike policy for trolls out there. So any trolls out there that are stomping around trying to make nuisances and do things they shouldn't be doing on the platform, there's a one-strike policy. So if you are one of those trolls and you're flagged for being a troll, you're out and you're banned forever. So keep that in mind. Be respectful of people. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem, as always I like to say. So two things also that have been implemented in the latest update is there's no more follow rooms. You've seen those rooms where everyone's like, hey, come in, it's a quiet room, I'll follow you, you follow me. That goes against the whole spirit of Clubhouse. The whole spirit of Clubhouse is that people come on, authentically, organically find people that they want to connect with and grow their club, grow their audience organically by sharing authentic conversations about who they are, what they're interested in, so other people who have similar, commonalities can find each other and hang out and expand their group. The other thing that's banned is those little blue check marks. No longer can you do that and Photoshop that in. They don't want there to be any type of like checkmark influencer policy. That's not what Clubhouse is about. Clubhouse, again, is all about expanding your audience organically and having followers find you, the ones that are interested in what you have to say. What else do we have? All the rooms can be very, very different. They can be all the way from a broadcast media. So it could be, we've seen and heard about how they did The Lion King, and there's shows that are being on podcast. It's all about those big productions are certainly something that the founders of Clubhouse really enjoy. But they can always be all the way down to just a single private room where there's two people hanging out talking, maybe showing them how to get onto Clubhouse. The middle one is the social club, which is interesting. When you start a room, you can click social club, and then anyone who's following you will be notified you're starting a room. And if you make someone, and then you guys can have great conversations. It's a great way to warm up a room before you open it up to the public. And then you add someone else as a moderator in a social club, and then all of their followers are notified, and then you can keep the conversation going, get about 15 or 20 people, get the energy flowing, and then boom, open up the room to the public, and now you've got some real momentum going, and you can get a big conversation going if that's what you're after. So check out social clubs as well. Again, they want, the founders, they want to make sure that you're able to find your audience, and you're able to build your clubs, and you're able to speak to your audience and find your tribe and expand your tribe and monetize. I mean, if you're bringing enough value and people want to pay $5 or $10 or whatever it is to be in a club or to attend an event, I'm sure a lot of us out here would have paid thousands of dollars to have access to the people and the connections and the collaborations and the information that we've just never found anywhere else. So the founders of Clubhouse certainly want there to be able to have that opportunity to get paid for your time and your energy that you put into building your audience, and the time and energy and money that you put into creating a show or creating any type of whether it's a concert or it's some type of mastermind. Those are certainly some of the things. Next, we have the discovery edges of the Clubhouse. So the discovery edges is as you're expanding your audience or the people that you look for, it's like, how do they suggest someone for you to next follow? How do you find the next person that you're going to follow, or the next person that you're going to find an interesting group or discussion in? So those are the discovery edges that they're very mindful of. That's why they don't want to do the follow for follow rooms. That's why that there's limitations on how many people you can follow in one day. They want everything to be curated in a thoughtful, organic, authentic way. And those are the words they kept using over and over, which I just love. There's the next update that's coming up on Tuesday, January 13th. They're going to be working on the audio quality to make sure that everything sounds good and make sure that there's any kind of sound issues, which I think overall they've been doing a great job. Most people would agree, but they're just trying to make it even better. In fact, I think the sound quality has been wonderful. So just keep it up, guys. Another great, exciting update is that they're going to be doing, when you're called up to be a speaker, you're going to be automatically put on mute. Woo! So I'm excited about that one. That's going to be happening on Tuesday. There's also going to be like an indicator way for people who are on mute that have been, flagged to talk to. Like, hey, Grant, and then he's talking, but you can tell that his mute's on. There's going to be a way to notify Grant, just like, hey, man, your mic's on. So that should be happening on Tuesday as well. They're going to have more easier contact within the app. You don't have to go to a different website or do anything. You can just click on a button and say, here's an issue, or there's a room that I don't want to follow. You can just click and it's going to happen. So, be patient, guys. The owners, they're positive. They've got great energy. They're listening. They're responsive. It's just been fantastic. So just be patient and keep the questions coming, and they will make sure that they're addressed. It's just amazing. Again, the trolling thing, it's a one strike and you're out. If you're identified as a troll, you get squashed and you're out of Clubhouse forever. So don't be a troll. You're also going to be able to change your phone number if you want. There's been some people that came in under the wrong phone number, or they're going to change phone numbers, things like that. So know that availability is going to be available on Tuesday as well. So keep your eyes open for that. Then there's the following update that they're thinking about. January 20th is when they think they're going to be able to do this. They think they're going to be able to have a directory, so we're able to, continue to find the groups and the people and the clubs and the interests that we're most interested in, so we can search for groups or people or clubs, and then have that be keywords or even emojis that are most interesting to us. So be on the lookout for that. They said over 1 million people were roaming the hallways. How cool is that? Over 1 million people were roaming the hallways in one day. So Clubhouse is growing fast. They're doing everything they can to keep the servers up, to keep those red little, warning flashes from not coming up. And I just think they're doing such a great job, especially for having 9 employees up there in the Bay Area in California. There's thousands and thousands of rooms. You only see the rooms that the people who you're following are in. So they said whatever you see is just a fraction of it. It's mind-blowing how many rooms truly are out there. Again, Clubhouse is all about showing people that you'd be interested in. That's really what they want to do. So the algorithms are always looking for people that are engaging and people that people are finding interesting about certain topics. So that's what the algorithms are looking for. So if you want to grow your audience authentically, organically, that's what you should be doing. They also are looking, they're looking for people that when they talk, how long do people stay? That's a big thing, right? So if you're having a group or a conversation and people are staying for hours at a time, the algorithm's noticing that and saying, well, this is a person that on this particular subject, we should introduce more people to this person so they can have more followers, because the person is going to enjoy what they're saying. They're all about improving your experience here on Clubhouse. They're also going to be looking for how active you are. So if you're on Clubhouse a lot, then that's someone that the algorithm is going to reward as this is someone who's investing their time and their energy, putting input, putting on shows, putting on clubs, putting on rooms. This is what the algorithm is looking for. And of course, the follow size of how many people are following you is going to be part of the algorithm. They're always open for suggestions, like I said, so please put the emails that we talked about earlier. You can send an email to support.joinclubhouse.com. You're gonna be able to look for rooms that have specific topics like we talked about, like TikTok or hemp or whatever it is that you're into. You're going to be able to explore the hallways by topic. How cool is that? I mean, I'm just so excited. It's so many cool things are coming. Clubhouse has been so awesome, and it just keeps getting better and better. They also want feedback tools. They want you to understand why you didn't want to follow a room. So there's a suggestion so they can understand, so you don't have to see rooms like that again. They want feedback, so they're going to put tools in place so people can actually give feedback so they can continue to improve the experience. Like I said, you're going to be able to hide a room, but they just want to know why. And dismiss suggestions as people that have come up as someone you might want to follow, and you can dismiss them. That way they can also understand, well, why did you dismiss them? Not relevant, whatever the reasons are. They just want that feedback loop so they can continue to make sure that you're having the best possible experience on Clubhouse. So hopefully this will be happening in the update on January 20th. What else do we got here? Some people have asked about having 2 devices, like an iPhone and an iPad. For now, people are doing that, and they're really thinking about how that should all play out. So, they obviously don't want people, using or abusing the system by being 2 different people and not being authentic. And, they want everyone to be exactly who they say they are. But some people are in one room and they're listening to music, and other people in another room and they're listening to content. And some people are just like, these are 2 great rooms. I want to hear both at the same time. I'm not sure I need to go down that road. One phone for me is enough, but I know people that are doing it. They're also talking about doing a whisper feature where you can talk to friends within the room, maybe like a chat or something along those lines. So that could be happening as well. So we can be talking to each other. They want reaction rooms. So like after their chat, the Clubhouse founders, Townhall, I did a reaction room with a recap. They love the reaction rooms. They love those. So keep those up. The back button, when you get out of a room, you accidentally get hit and you're like, a notification comes and boom, you're zapped into another room. There have been lots of questions about, hey, can I get a back button or recent history so I can get back into that room easier? Obviously, you can go to their hallway, scroll to the left, and then you'll see all the people that you're following. And then you can actually click on them and then click on go to the room they're in if you want to find somebody in a room that you just left. What else do we have here? They're always interested in metadata so they can understand how long people were in rooms and how many people were there and how long were they there and things like that. So they're hopefully going to have some metadata for us to look at past rooms so we can understand which rooms were popular and why. There's a really cool function that Paul was talking about. He's like, I was talking about it earlier about, the instant translator, so we could be in any room on any country about any language and communicate with each other. That won't be happening in the next 2 weeks, but how cool will that be? The big topic is all about clubs. It is all about clubs. You want to host a room at least once a week for 3 weeks as the moderator, and then ending the room, 3 dots in the right-hand corner, click on that, and then you end the room. That gives you all the algorithm juice. That gives you all the Clubhouse juice. That makes sure that they know that that was your room. So after you've done that for 3 times for over 3 weeks, and I suggest you do it a lot, more than that, then you've been identified as someone who qualifies for submitting an application. So you submit your application by going to the website and clubhouseguide.com, and you submit your application. Right now, they're batch reporting about 10,000 applications at a time. So there's a lot, and just make sure you spell your name right, make sure you got everything on there correct, and get those clubs in. That's what this is all about. The Clubhouse really supports clubs. That's how we're going to really expand and grow this. And for those that are interested in monetizing it, that's how we're going to monetize it as well, because you're going to be able to charge for special events or entry into your club. So that's how you get your club. Make sure you're getting your club and doing that. What else we got? It's funny, they were talking about, they wanted to get certain things done by Q1. And I guess Rohan was saying, we're not big enough to talk about Q1 or quarter one, kind of an inside joke. They only plan things out 2 weeks at a time because so many things are happening so fast. So they have to always make sure that they're addressing the most important issues, like the discovery phase of how people are finding people, and obviously keeping the systems up and afloat before they get to some other things that people are interested in as well. Again, someone asked about how do I be an influencer? Well, they don't want people to be influencers. They want people to have authentic audiences, and people are following them for real reasons. That's why they banned the follow rooms. So it's not about being an influencer. It's about providing value. It's about being interesting. It's about authentically having your tribe find you. So keep that in mind. This is not a platform for blue checks and influencers and all of those kinds of things. This is about a real, true, authentic experience where people who are interested in what you have to say can find you, and you can collaborate and talk with each other and have great conversations, as so many of us has with these incredible stories we've shared, these vulnerable stories, these heartwarming stories. Just an incredible experience at Clubhouse for sure. Also, we have, again, it's the authentic connections is really what they're, most, encouraged by and support. Again, authentic. There's a rumor about follower jail. If you follow too many people too fast, they don't believe that that's an authentic way of having the best experience at Clubhouse. So there's limits that everyone has of how many people you can follow in one day. If you've hit that cap, you won't be able to follow for a couple days, but you'll be able to follow again as long as you're not abusing it. So just be real mindful of who you follow, because that's how you get exposure to the rooms, and that's also how many notifications you get. So it's not about following as many people as you possibly can. It's not about quantity. It's all about quality. They're all about the creator. The creator goes number one in their eyes, in their heart for this application. So they have to choose between the creator and the audience, they're going to go with the creator. That's what Clubhouse is all about. It's about the clubs. It's about the creators. It's about supporting those who are putting on the programs and the shows and the things that people find interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Talked about that. Yeah, I think we covered most of it here. I might have just a little bit more notes here. We've got the ellipses for the length of your name. So people brought that up. So some people aren't able to have like the longest possible name. They're going to maybe stretch that out a little bit. So keep that in mind. They're working on that. People were asking about the dark mode. So they're going to work on that. Obviously not a top priority, and they kind of joked, well, maybe you could just turn down the brightness on your phone. But it sounds like they will be doing it. They just don't really understand how long it would take to implement that, but it's not that hard. Again, at the very end, they closed with, they want to create a space for you to be able to talk with people that you want to talk with, that you want to be with. So that's the update here. Thanks for stopping by, chwizard.com. Thanks for being a part of the community in the Clubhouse. You can find me at Justin Benton on Clubhouse. And if there's anything I can do to help you hit me up, follow me. Let's engage in some conversation, some rooms, some clubs. You can also hit me up on Instagram as well at Justin, the number 4, hemp. So thanks, everybody. We'll talk real soon.